I started in this design business 16 years ago as a residential builder. I really got involved in the design of architecture right from the beginning, space planning. I was involved in plumbing, electric, moldings, everything that goes into a home. 10 years ago, I started JWH Design and Cabinetry to really specialize in kitchens, bathrooms, and all the cabinetry that goes with it. When a client walks into JWH, they get our whole team. I jump in with both feet on the design, really getting to know the client, understanding their family and their lifestyle, and really making sure I produce the best possible project for them. I'm never afraid to start with the space that's existing, that's been drawn by somebody else, or whether it doesn't exist at all. I believe that creating the space starts from both the inside and the outside. Every decision that goes on in the interior of a house is reflected on the outside and the architecture, and vice versa. My experience with the construction comes into play in every set of plans that comes through the doorway. Because whether someone is working within the existing space, chances are there's something to be improved. And not making a change for the sake of making a change, but sometimes simply moving a window or changing a swing on a door, making some other structural change that may sound very scary is not actually that scary and can make a huge difference in the end. Helping a client visualize the finished space before and or during construction is one of my main goals. Only then can they make the educated decisions for the design all the way through and make sure their expectations are met at the end. A lot of times it's the architectural drawings, and other times it's going through the frame space and it's me waving my arms, showing them how two corners are going to come together and why it works or why we need to stop and make a change. Making sure the client has full understanding that I'm looking out for them, that they understand me, is a key part of the process. When I walk on a job site, I'm not afraid to interact with the trades, and once they get to know me, they realize that I'm not just the little girl who's showing up to design the kitchen. I understand my plumbing, my HVAC, my electrical. I make smart, educated decisions that are meant to be part of the structure of the house that are ultimately going to be reflected in the overall design. Clients a lot of times come in with preconceived ideas of what they want. So I take a very strong role in the ultimate layout of the kitchen. As the cabinets are designed, I design them in plan view and also in full three-dimensional elevations because, again, clients have a hard time really visualizing how it all comes together. I do elevations by hand and by CAD to help them understand the space. The drawings are then turned over to our CAD team, who really produces the detailed drawings to 1/32 scale to make sure the cabinets are built to exact specifications. These drawings are then easily transferred to architects, contractors, the installers, all the people along the way that are needed to make sure it's executed properly. Then I invite the client to our showroom where we have so many materials and textures and colors. The working kitchen up front allows me to open drawers and show trash pullouts and corner swing outs and spice racks and all the functional parts of their kitchen that they may not be able to visualize on paper. Then we're able to take specific door samples and show them how it works with different countertop materials, different hardware finishes, different paint swatches, and we're able to lay it out in different scenarios so they fully understand how the visual is all coming together. That's pretty much the second major step in the job. And at that point, I encourage the client to take those samples home and live with them in their own space, see them in morning light, see them in the evening over candlelight. Things that help them get more comfortable that they're not making a rushed decision under pressure in a showroom or on a construction site. Working with a designer in any professional field, an interior designer, a kitchen designer, a landscape designer, should really ultimately always pay for itself. Our advice is meant to prevent mistakes. It's meant to streamline the process. Ultimately, our buying services and the way we select and budget materials benefits the client at the end. A really good creative designer knows how to get the best possible look without just throwing money at it. Over the past 10 years, design concepts have really changed. Previously, what people thought of storage in kitchen cabinets was some nice full-depth shelves. Now there are so many options of pull-outs, swing-outs, lift-ups, slide-backs, Again, we give our feedback on what works, what doesn't, what will, again, stand the test of time. But there are some fabulous creative ways to outfit a kitchen, be it very large square footage or even the tightest little projects that need the most efficient storage. Then we introduce on the countertops, there's always new materials. It's glass, it's gemstone, it's engineered stone. It's, again, it's a wealth of possibilities for people if they understand the pros and cons of all the materials and how it ties together. We move up into the backsplash and there's stones, ceramics, glass tiles. Again, all these choices of how to make something look very new and fresh, yet still classic to the houses that many of us have. The fun part of the project is introducing clients to things they haven't even thought of and showing them how it can all work together for a fabulous result. Maybe a little edgier than they would have gone on their own, but ultimately ends up reflecting their lifestyle, their personality, and a project that they're going to be thrilled with for many years. Being part of the design team at Marble.com is a great opportunity for me to be able to share my expertise with clients who may not already be receiving the help that they need from either a professional designer or an architect. Clearly, clients are looking at their options for their renovation project, but as we all know, there's a lot of questions, a lot of decisions, a lot of unknowns. And being able to help someone answer those questions, being able to either point them in the right direction or redesign a layout or actually help pull all the materials together is what I love about my job. Answering those questions and those middle of the night emails from panicked clients, helping them all the way through so they feel comfortable with it. And then at the end, knowing that the result is better than they expected.